morning. Welcome to our webinar this morning, Behind the Gates of the King and Bear. I'm Sherry Davidson, President of Davidson Realty. I have Pauline and Woody Cake with me this morning to tell you all about the neighborhoods in the King and Bear. Pauline has had a little problem with her voice this morning, so just bear with us. We're working through that. If you have any questions this morning, please type them in the box on your screen. Pauline and Woody, please tell our listeners a little about yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have been working here since 2002.
And I've been here since about 2003.
And we live here, and we've also lived here since 2002. But World Golf Village was the first community that really made me feel like I was home. And that was back in 1997 when they were still tilling soil for the King and Bear Golf Course.
I like Pauline's story, how she found this place. Is we lived in Orange Park, which is a little northwest of here, inland, and she had a bunch of girlfriends, and they used to like to go to the beach. And she would drive down to St. Augustine to go to the beach because they have the nicer beaches. And every time she passed, she'd see them tilling the soil and starting to build and everything. And she'd ask, what is that place? What is that place? And their friends would say, well, that's where World Golf's going to be. World Golf Village is going to be. And she'd look and she'd just say, I'm going to work there one day. I'm going to be there.
What was the infrastructure off of the interstate that really caught my eye, and especially the 50-foot tower that serves as a landmark to the entrance of the gated community. It's just really beautiful. Rick Periani intentionally designed the tower to tie into the lighthouses in historic St. Augustine. And at night, it's a beautiful soft light, so when you're coming from the interstate, you can spot home from a distance. It's really beautiful. Right now, there are two parcels flanking the entrance before you hit the gate, and they're vacant, but soon enough we'll have commercial businesses at our front doorstep. And the trees that line before you get to the gate have matured, and now the canopy line is towering over your car as you pause to enter the gate. But my favorite landmark is right when you get past the gate, the sign that says "Welcome Home." It doesn't make a difference if you've traveled 45 minutes from the airport or 20 minutes from the beach. That wooden sign gives you the warmth and embraces you from being behind the gate that you're safely home.
My favorite thing about the entrance is when you just get past the guard gate, you come around the bend, and there's a long straightaway, and there's a massive oak tree right in front of the entrance of Beresford, which is the first community. And the way it's just grown up and drapes over the street, it's an amazing view that I've been driving now for 6-7 years, and I just don't get tired of it.
If you live more than 2 miles back in Oak Grove, Oakwood, Lakewood, the Crest, there's Wildwood and Tuscanwood, or if you're nestled all the way back into Grovewood, you can expect to find wildlife all the way home. It's never bothered me to go 30 miles an hour because you never know if you're going to see an owl on one of the wooded benches, or you can see roosters early in the morning taking the horse trail across the road. Heck, we have turkeys, wild boar, and of course deer still live back in the preserve areas and come out when it's quiet, early or late in the day. Especially love the ducks and the herons we see in the lakes. But my favorite sound is hearing the lion from the wildlife refuge just a few miles past the gates. You can hear them groaning in the evening, and it's haunting and awesome at the same time. The cows are special, and I enjoy them because I know they won't be around forever. We know the shopping malls and theaters are coming, and the grazing cows will be a thing of the past.
Even though that's true, we are going to have all the amenities around us. One of the things I love about the way the King and Bear was developed is no matter what goes on the outside, you're still going to have that quiet peacefulness on the inside. It's a preserve within itself that's just protected, that can't be touched.
That's awesome, guys. There are so many things to tell about inside the King and Bear. It does feel great. Every time I drive down the roads, I enjoy it myself. We now have a little map showing where we're located. So, Pauline, maybe you could orient people where we are and tell them a little more about the pictures on this slide.
Well, because we're in Northeast Florida, I really enjoy the fact that we have 4 seasons. Unlike the southern part of Florida where it's warm and warmer, here we have winter. We really do. It's nice to be able to wear wools in the winter.
No snow.
No snow, and that's the best part. You do have winter, you do have brisk days, brisk cold days, but you don't have to shovel any snow. But it's really not about the houses in the King and Bear, it's about the lifestyle. And it's about the Heritage Oak Park. It's about the small neighborhood park where huge oak trees it takes my breath away just thinking about it. You've got the half-court basketball, soccer field, the playgrounds with tetherball. Kids ride their bikes and scooters to the bend to shoot hoops at the Heritage Oak Park. The adults have the fitness center, and there's a beach entry pool at the amenity center that doesn't have any steps for the children. You've got a heated lap pool. The lakes, you see kids fishing in the lakes all the time. The 8-foot sidewalks that you see moms strolling their children around, people walking all the time. The wildlife out of the waterways and the golf course are especially nice.
One of the things that I love, and you mentioned it, was in the evening when I'm driving around the King and Bear, I get a real kick. There's so many lakes inside here that you see a lot of the fathers and mothers out late with their kids fishing, and I get a kick out of that. That they're just, you know, even though it's just one of those things, there's just times that you normally, a lot of parents don't get because they work hard. They just grab their poles and go out in the backyard with their kids for a couple of hours every night, especially this time of the year before it's starting to get a little too hot, or in the winter when it's too cold. I love spring and fall because you just see it every night.
There are a lot of amenities behind the gates, but then you have to think about the IMAX theater, the 18-hole real grass putting course on the resort side of our neighborhoods, the 9-acre neighborhood park where we started taking our kids to the swings and slide. Now they've graduated onto the soccer fields. Woody and I actually run the perimeter of the neighborhood park, and it's about half-mile if you run the fence. The sand volleyball court's a great way to get a tan and a workout. And if you want a beach tan, we're lucky enough to have a discount available to us for membership at the Serenata Beach Club. Since Volano Beach is the closest beach to us, you go over the Volano Bridge and you're at the beach club in 25 minutes. It's nice not to have to carry beach chairs and towels since we're already taking skimboards and surfboards. The beach attendants will set out your chairs and umbrellas in advance, so if you call them with notice. The best part of Serenata is the fact that you can take a shower and rinse off all the sand after you come in from the beach. But they've got 3-star dining and 3 different pools, an adult pool, a family pool, and a children's pool. And it's all available to us as residents of World Golf Village.
And it's only about 20-25 minutes away. I love it that I've lived in a lot of cities that are tourist cities, and what I like best about here is I'm close enough to do all the touristy things I want to do when the festivals are in town, whether it's Fernandina Beach or St. Augustine, which has stuff going on all the time, or at the Hall of Fame when they have the Red, White, and Boom every July 3rd, which it is an amazing fireworks show for being a small city. And I like that, and we're far enough away that the traffic doesn't truly affect us.